contains nuclear fuel, causing it to collapse under its own gravity. As the star is compressed under immense gravitational pressure, it becomes infinitely dense, resulting in the formation of a black hole.
Lost contact with life. You've let yourself be conditioned by machines.
Everything else comes from outer space, from unknown regions. Humanity's life depends upon the unknown knowledge is laughable when attributed to a human being. Come on. Yeah. And when we wanted to walk, they took away the street where we liked to walk. When we wanted to talk, they took away the cafe where we liked to talk. When we wanted some shade, man, they took away the tree. When we wanted some love,
in the beginning, nova heat resonates with a deep sonic hum. The hot, dense plasma of quantum particles creates pressure waves that move through space as sound. As the universe expands and cools, this primordial symphony shapes the distribution of matter. Planets, stars, and galaxies emerge from this cosmic music. Sound shapes chemistry. Chemistry creates complex minerals. Minerals become organic life.
they took away. They took everything away from you and me. They took the wave.
Nova Heat becomes the Nightmare Safari. They want to park a lounger on wheels. They have a 125 miles per hour consciousness. No daylight. Drive all night. 4 drops. 2 tablets. And the AM/FM spike. The garage is the concrete box of partially dead mechanics. The depository for light industry. The night nurse fluffs the cushions and tunes the smile.
The myth of sound as a fundamental creative force can be found in origin stories throughout time. In Hinduism, the sacred home is the primordial sound of creation. Chinese Taoism's way is a sonic vibration birthing existence. Ancient Sumerians believed the god Enki shaped the world with sound. Aboriginal Dreamtime features ancestral beings singing the world alive. Through the ages, sound becomes word. Word becomes language. Language becomes civilization.
We know that the membrane of the inner ear changes sound waves and audible sensations. But until recently, no one has seen the whole inner ear in action. When sound waves strike the membrane, it makes thousands of microscopic movements per second.
it cold. In a chemical delirium, she synthesizes the first plant-mineral hybrid species using an accidental combination of acoustic vibrations. A quartz crystal is fused with a Peruvian torch cactus. The rigid symmetry of the crystal merges with the flexible complexity of organic matter. This novel material becomes the first transmitter of holographic waves, phantom vibrations that are simultaneously present and absent.
Far out.
Year 1995. Physicist Leonard Susskind articulates the theory that the three-dimensional world of ordinary experience, the universe filled with galaxies, stars, planets, houses, boulders, and people, is a hologram, an image of reality coded on a distant two-dimensional surface.
You are looking at a heart valve.
Extraterrestrial virus is delivered to Earth via stardust. It infects the early hominin species, integrating its genes into their DNA. This virus catalyzes the development of brain regions responsible for language, allowing humans to evolve from simple grunts to complex speech. This word virus revolutionizes human communication, fostering deep connections and cooperations. But it also enables manipulation. Words become instruments of control and power.
Microwave techniques and equipment have become part of day-to-day telephone and television transmission. With microwave, calls ride a radio beam from tower to tower instead of going through cables.
The mansions, 75% Florida, 25% Punjabi. The cat carrier girls are smoking at the Orange Julius. This is the vacant mall. Everybody left for the internet except a few roving packs of adolescents. The gloss of consumerism now has a layer of dust. The merch is piled in corners. The lights are bright. The smile pumps in phasing patterns from the colony sound. This is the place for psychic driving. It is also a good place to be a vegetarian.
Call it later!
ancient Greek philosopher Pythagoras develops the theory that the sun, moon, and all planets in the universe emit a unique vibrating sound based on their orbital revolution. This is the cosmic symphony. Inaudible to the human ear, he believes these sounds can be heard by the soul. He calls this the music of the spheres. Psychological wounds. It is called psychic driving. Although this therapy was originally intended to heal mental ailments, it was quickly adopted by the CIA as a means for mind control.
Lunch, technical images, and air-conditioned romance. Some called it a sci-fi home decorating manual. Others called it a walk in the park if the park was built as a teenage slasher fantasy. The park was actually an English word in the railways called the Lane Meadow. This is where the flat-screen generation does their mirror trade. The bamboo union used plants as signals. That shrub looks like a sentence. The aqua palm is a verb. The rubber tree is a comma. The cactus an exclamation point. The runaway youth can read the meadow. Grammar for the wave of the future boys.
Year 1979, the plant mineral hybrid species paves the way for the construction of the first neomorphic transistors, an analog circuit comprised of microscopic vibrating hairs. These devices mimic the neurobiological architecture of plants and animals. This leads to the creation of the first holographic communication network known only as the Smile. Year 1984, the superstring revolution begins. The unreliability of time and space on the quantum scale is dealt with through a theory that all elementary particles and their interactions are comprised of one-dimensional, vibrating strings. The properties of a particle and subsequently everything in the universe are determined by the frequency of the string's vibration, or the sound the string makes.
Journey with us would get you into outer space tonight, the far regions. Boxes die, boxes die. Yeah!
creativity, art. It would be better to say that because this is the proof of it. The stones speak. The stones are speaking through vibrations of beauty, vibrations of discipline, vibrations of precision. Yes, the stones speak to the people of planet Earth. Somewhere else on the other side of nowhere, there's another place in space, beyond what you know as time. One, two, three, play. About 10 years ago, the New York Times said that I had bypassed the space station, and I have.
Year 1937. Iconic jazz musician Sun Ra had a visionary experience that changed the course of his musical career and gave birth to the Afrofuturist movement. He said of the experience, "My whole body changed into something else. I could see through myself. And I went up. I wasn't in human form. I landed on a planet that I identified as Saturn. They teleported me and I was down on a stage with them. They wanted to talk with me. They had one little antenna on each ear, a little antenna over each eye. They talked to me. They told me to stop attending college because there was going to be great trouble in schools. The world was going into complete chaos. I would speak through music and the world would listen. Year 2023. The phantom vibrations of the holographic network generate endless variations of mathematical identities.
This is the chemistry of an unconscious cheesecake. Sounds for the transfer of fantasy, biochemical, interior decorating, 3-act structure, fashion symbols.
The smile is now a self-replicating organism, autonomous and ready to rebuild psychic driving. The network no longer requires human control. The smile is the musician. Nova Heat is the instrument.
Spaceship Earth! Spaceship Earth! Destination unknown! Destination unknown! All right, let's get out of here.